Brother, this lesson is going to be short and sweet. It's about the one thing. It's about the one thing that has been holding you back your whole life. And let's go even deeper and actually call it a fear. Because underneath the anger, underneath the frustration, underneath the existential angst, the rage, the habit patterns of distraction, addiction, self-doubt, perfectionism, fear of rejection, fear of abandonment, whatever it is, maybe it's just self-doubt. Maybe it is not believing in yourself. Like I said before, who you are is the story you tell yourself about who you are. That's what it boils down to. We are made of stories. So maybe deep down there's some level of guilt. Maybe deep down there's some level of shame that you may be carrying, or you may not even know is there, but maybe that's it. Maybe it's a deeply rooted sense of being broken or unworthy, that all of this posturing is trying to cover up. So that's what I want you to write about. I want you to write about what is that one fear. Find your own words for it. See what it's attached to in your past, because I guarantee that all of the troubles that have followed you through your life can be tracked to this one through line, this one common thread. And we could look at it in different areas that it might be showing up in your current present situation. Maybe it's showing up in your love life, in your sex life. Maybe you're not fulfilled because you're not showing up with presence, attunement, courage, desire, worthiness. Maybe it's showing up in your money game. Maybe you're not focused enough on the numbers, or maybe you're too focused on the numbers. I know what a lot of business owners do is start to make a lot of money. It happened for me. I saw myself figure out how to make a lot of money, and then it was cyclical. I'd make no money, and then I'd make money again. I'd figure out what I had to do, and then I'd make no money. So I realized I was really good at making money, but I wasn't great at keeping money. And as we know, sex and money energetically inside of your truth sword, inside of your lodge of your body, are energetically connected. So maybe it's related to your relationship with money. Maybe there's some hidden beliefs and some garbage there. I'm just fishing for it. I'm talking recklessly into this question of what's the one thing for you. Maybe it's your body. Maybe you have been neglecting it. Are you turning into a brain on a stick and just lifting yourself through the day as if you're just drawn by this thinking and stuck in your head? And what's it going to take for you to commit to really looking after your temple, looking after your body as if it was a temple, and taking care of your fitness, getting strong, getting healthy, getting vibrant, and unlocking the energy that you want. And I know how easy it is to slip, especially if you get into your 40s, because muscles that don't train and break and work and grow in your 40s, those muscles will atrophy. There's a new type of man body out there, other than the common excuse of the dad bod. Oh, it's a dad bod, and that excuses it. Or the skinny fat, the fat skinny, or the skinny fat of feeling like you're skinny but also fat and just not in shape. And so what's holding you back from making that commitment to show up for yourself? So all these different quadrants: purpose, money, sex, love, body, fitness, feeling good, unlocking energy from your body, What about your connection with God, your connection with spirit, your connection with your spirit and the spirit of life? Are you in an active conversation between yourself and the great mystery? Maybe it's through meditation. Maybe it's through prayer. And are you actively taking in study to keep studying the wisdom traditions that are relevant to you? It doesn't matter to me what it is, whether it's the Bible, the Bhagavad Gita, the Quran, the Torah, the peyote medicine, the ayahuasca. It's about what works for you to get connected to well-being and that wellspring of being. And maybe it's as simple as just breathing and finding a noble bearing with your posture. But that's the one question, and what I want to ask you as you write on that and discover what that is for you, what's the one fear that you need to face, is what's the cost of inaction for you? What's the cost of not facing that fear? What's the cost of not solving the problem of that problem, the problem underneath the problem? I like to say overwhelm is actually not a problem. A lot of my clients will come to me and they'll be talking about the overwhelm or the stress. The truth is, the stress and the overwhelm are symptoms of the problem. So they're just radiant consequences of the deeper problem, which is connected to your purpose. And what's the common thread between all of those different realms I described of where the trouble may be? It's you. And this is what I love. I love working with creators who know that they are the common denominator. You are the common denominator in all of your trouble. So when you recognize that, when you see it, and when you take extreme ownership and radical responsibility for it, then you become unstoppable. And when you're aligned with your purpose and your mission, then you're really unfuckwithable. We all know a man on a mission is unstoppable. So that's the long and short of today. But I also want to challenge you to take it a step further. And once you have identified your one thing, your one fear, your one problem that's run through all of the years of your life, I want you to do a literal cost analysis of what are the costs and what are the losses to the quality of life and the dreams that you've had for yourself around having it all, living your dream, doing the creative work you're here to do in a way that's fulfilling, in a way that's successful, and having the relationship that works where love is flowing. Love and sex are flowing cyclically between you and your partner, and it's easy and good, and you've integrated your warrior and your lover, and you're in your king and she's in her queen. What's it cost you to not solve that problem? And actually, you can actually start to put a number on it. Things maybe you've had to buy, therapy you've had to go to that didn't work. Maybe other investments, things you've paid attention to, things you've paid for to mitigate the radiant consequences of the problem, which at its root is you. It's you and your choice making and your story about who you are. So today, this is a bit more of a carefrontation. This is a confrontation with you, because just because you're in this course doesn't mean that you're doing the work. Just because you're watching these videos with me doesn't mean that you're doing any of the work. You need to do the fucking work to get the results. And that's not an up here in your head thing. That's an in your body thing. That's a taking action thing and just taking the next step. So that's it for today. get writing.